Yo, 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 yo. What is up, everybody? And we are back with another episode of TFTC Sports. We are in the divisional playoff round of the 2025 NFL playoffs. I know last week we had a couple upsets, actually. One of the upsets I did not see coming, and I was wrong. Other than that, technically I got every pick right except for one game. But Shooter held me accountable for when I changed my pick off camera. But without further ado, I am your host, Real Good Doty.
And it's your boy Kodak Koff, and you already know, man. Eagles in it another week, another one more win away from winning the big one.
That was a scrimmage
all
for
the way.
night.
It was a scrimmage. We ate them up like mom's chicken Alfredo.
I'm going home, just like my team went home. So I've learned the ways of Kodak Coughlin. It's Shooter McGavin, baby, and I'm supporting the only other Texas team.
And another team that's going home after this weekend, but
Steelers. Oh my God, they didn't show up to the second half of the game. It was absolute ridiculousness.
Okay. It was a good year for them, man. But before we get started, I need everyone to stop what you're doing. Go to the App Store and download the app Prize Picks. Use promo code PRAWWPQJ4. And Prize Picks will match your first deposit up to $25. The cool thing about Prize Picks is every Tuesday, it's Taco Tuesday, so you do get the normal discounted. You get the normal lines discounted. Also, Flex Friday, where you deposit $35 to $20, $35 to $25, depending on what the protected flex is. You will get that money back as long as you don't win, of course. Prize Picks is an app that you can pretty much bet on any sports you want, including gaming. Yes, gaming. And we got some UFC this weekend, 311 as well. So for this week's slate, we're going to select Derrick Henry over 96.5 rushing yards. Derrick Henry has hit over 100 yards the past 3 games in a row. If Baltimore wants to win this game, they're going to have to rely heavy on the run. I think Derrick Henry can go over, even though I don't think they're going to win. But that's for later in the show. Next, we're going to select DeAndre Hopkins to go over 3 receptions. The worst he can do is at least push where he just gets 3. But I expect Patrick Mahomes to rely heavy on him, especially this is going to be a revenge game for him. Next, we're going to select Jahmyr Gibbs over 25.5 receiving yards. Jahmyr Gibbs has hit this the past 6 games in a row. Jahmyr Gibbs is not only good behind the backfield and running, but he's also good at catching the ball as well. He is a dual threat running back. And then Lamar Jackson's, we're going to go under 28 passing attempts. Okay. I expect Lamar Jackson to run the ball this game because you're not good what the Bills in order for the Bills to lose, it's all going to be about time of possession. So if Lamar Jackson can hold the ball and keep it out of Josh Allen's hands, they're going to win this game. So I expect him to rely heavy on the run. So that's why I'm selecting under 28 pass attempts. Next, Amon-Ra St. Brown over 6.5 receptions. Amon-Ra St. Brown is Jared Goff's go-to guy, best receiver on the team, number 1 receiver. He plays really good at home.
Yeah,
even though he does on the road, but I expect him to have over 6.5 receptions. Marcus Lattimore could not guard Mike Evans, and he's dang well not going to be able to guard Amon-Ra St. Brown. And last but not least, Josh Allen over 1.5 touchdown passes. Josh Allen, in order for them to win this game, Josh Allen's going to have to take over. So this is my 6-man. If you want to power it, you can power it. If you want to take someone out, do a 5. Or if you want to get gutsy and do a power, it's totally up to you. But this is this week's slate. Download their app, Prize Picks. Select promo code PRAWWPQJ4.
Man, this seems like some good picks. I'm pretty much on board with all of them. I definitely believe that Baltimore's going to go for the run rather than the pass, and that'll be their way to success. Let me bring on some tunes here.
Let's get the tunes
so we can start the show. Okay. All right, so let's start with the first topic. we could do a little bit of recap. We don't do too much because Seth does have his winners and losers at the halftime show. But we could do a little bit of our thoughts of the wild card. And Jayden Daniels was the first rookie QB to win a road playoff game since Russell Wilson in the 2012 season. My Steelers lost. I love the Steelers. I am wearing a Texan jersey. I figured rather support a Texas team since I do have a TJ Watt jersey. But yeah, the Steelers didn't show up, man. They played absolute garbage the first half. They didn't look like they wanted to be there. They showed up in the second half. It was a little bit too little too late. One controversial call could have got them like right there knocking at the door, but it didn't go their way, so they ended up just getting blown out at the end. But they showed too little too late on the effort, and I think it was a hangover from the losing streak. I mean, I still blame it on them having all the injuries and then having their hardest games, 3 games in like 10 days, which like you never see that in the NFL, and they had that all at the end of the season. So it was a perfect storm of crappiness. The Steelers weren't even picked to win their division. Everyone picked that they would finish 4th in their division, and they ended up finishing 2nd and was leading the division for like, most of the year. But it's even worse that we lost to the Ravens. But we'll see what the Steelers do in the offseason. But the Steelers are fed up. They said we're tired of winning seasons just to lose in the first round of the playoffs the last like 5-6 years in a row. We want to mix it up, so we'll see what the Steelers will do. But do y'all want to talk about some of the other teams that in this in the wild card round that we saw?
I mean, I just want to talk about Justin. Justin Herbert just let me down. I mean, is he part of your winners and losers this week?
Yeah.
All right, I can talk about him. All right, what about Sam? Is he part of your winners and losers?
Well, no, if y'all just have some quick comments on the teams, because Seth will break down his winners and losers.
I mean, just a pathetic performance from the Chargers. I mean, they should be ashamed. I mean, look, I'm not trying to sound like a hater, but the Texans should not have won that game. The Chargers should have handled business. I mean, Jim Harbaugh is obviously a better coach. Herbert, to me, is a better quarterback. But ultimately, the Chargers have no run game. And when you can't run the football, you're not going to be able to own the time of possession. When you don't own the time of possession, you're not going to be able to take control. And ultimately, the Chargers didn't do that. And also, his players, along with Justin Herbert, let him down.
He definitely let him down.
I was surprised the Eagles dominated as much as they did. I thought that was going to be a close game.
What?
Washington playing out exactly
I
as
had
I
the Eagles
thought.
minus 5. That was
wrong.
free. I had the Eagles minus 5.
Yeah, that was
free.
100% free. I thought
no sweat bet.
I called it, but I didn't think that this is like one of those just going out on Olympics where LA beating the Vikings.
Yeah, that was an embarrassing game.
I wasn't been surprised that the Vikings dominated, but they just had hangover from losing to the Lions, and they got absolutely mollywopped.
I'm mad.
It was the line. It was the line. The offensive line couldn't protect anything. Every time you turned around, it was just right in the face. I think they got like 7 or 8 sacks that game.
Well, Donald was holding the ball way too long too. I mean, you gotta get rid of the ball. I mean, Donald was just sitting there like a statue.
Yeah, true.
Literally. But I'm mad also that because remember I told y'all Saturday that I switched my pick to the Rams.
The Rams, yeah.
And I'm mad I didn't do it on the show.
You thought about it. You were thinking about it too on the show.
But your boy cashed out. I had the Commanders and I had the Rams
on your picks
on my in a bet.
Yeah, true.
I had the Eagles minus 5. So your boy turned $25 into $150.
Nice.
Ooh.
So,
okay, I like it.
Like got big.
First rookie QB to win a road playoff. You know what? You know why they said road? Because Tim Tebow beat the
that was
Steelers.
the home playoff game.
Huh?
Exactly.
That's why.
And where's Tim Tebow's career?
It doesn't matter.
He lasted 3 years in the NFL.
He
was a fluke.
Who did the Eagles? Didn't the Eagles? I know they've lost one time.
Yeah, we lost one. I don't think to a rookie. To a rookie quarterback.
Y'all were losing this year.
I'm pretty sure we can find something.
We probably could find something. But, I mean, congratulations, Jayden Daniels. I mean, he has been balling. I got to admit that.
You're sick, Kodak.
It's nothing that he did. It was more of the Bucs lost the game. It was the fumble. You saw they showed the play. It was the fumble. They fumbled the ball like on a 20-yard line.
Yeah, that
it was right there, and that was it.
That was close.
Hey, but you know what though?
And every time you turned around, it was like the field. Every time you turned around, the field position that the Washington had was just too close.
But if Dan Quinn,
but they was shutting down. Every time you see him hike the ball, they was in his face. Like every time you hike the ball, Jayden Daniels couldn't do anything.
But if Jayden Daniels, I mean not Jayden, Dan Quinn, if he would have kicked the ball though, God knows what would have happened.
Definitely. I mean, but it was a real good game. I mean, I love playoff football. It shows you.
But we also got breaking news on
What?
top of breaking news.
What you got?
We got back-to-back topics for America's team. It looks like the Dallas Cowboys have cut Mike McCarthy. He is out as Cowboys head coach, and the number one candidate is none other than primetime himself, Deion Sanders.
And this is good for my Giants because what about if my Giants trade up to get his son Shador?
I doubt that. I mean,
I'm thinking that's what the Cowboys
I'm thinking
do.
the Cowboys
No.
Cowboys are gonna. The Cowboys are gonna trade.
Michael Parsons.
No, they're gonna trade Dak.
Oh yeah, trade Dak. Yeah, because
Bro, do you know how much they'd have to get up to get there?
No, you know what? Because you know why?
Dak.
Because Deshaun Watson's gone. He ruptured his Achilles the second time, so he's done. So now you really think about like with the coach for the Browns, what
That'd
do you
be
really want
sick
to
to
do?
my stomach, dude.
I go with Dak instead of getting a rookie. I go with Dak.
Yeah, Dak's proven. He
Browns
just
ain't
hasn't
gonna
won in
give
the
up that
playoffs.
much, though.
I mean, you don't need to give up a first
pick.
round. Give a guarantee. Somebody's going to guarantee you win you a game because you know Dak will win you a game. You just need to worry about everything else. You know,
Dak's real good in the
get
regular season.
Dak a first round draft pick, a third round draft pick, and then a future second round draft pick. I do that.
Yeah, they do that. They do that in their sleep.
I do that in my sleep. The Browns, they need
I
something.
bet
They
you
haven't had a
Deion-
winning season forever.
I bet Deion says that. Hey, I'll coach the Cowboys. All you got to do is trade up and get my son. Deal is done.
True. I mean,
And then it'll be like
Wouldn't it be funny if the Cowboys didn't get Deion?
yeah. I mean, but there are other choices. There are other choices out there. Like you got the offensive coordinator for the Lions, Ben Johnson. You got Aaron Glenn. You got Todd McCann from the Ravens.
I know that coordinator
For
from Detroit. I mean, not Detroit's defensive coordinator.
Aaron Glenn. Yeah,
He's gonna go to the Saints.
I can see that.
That's a good fit for him.
You got the Dolphins coordinator. You got the Bills coordinator. You got the Buccaneers coordinator because you know they raving how he did with Jayden Daniels. So there's a lot of coaches out there, and
Kingsbury.
of course you got John Gruden. You got John Gruden out there still.
That's your favorite coach.
That's my favorite.
He's
That's
gonna
what
be a
I'm going
Giant
with.
coach next year,
I could see
Gruden?
that.
2026.
You see what happened to Mike? Patriots signed a new coach. You saw that?
Vrabel.
Yep. They went from one Patriot player to another Patriot player. See how it goes from Gerard Mayo to Mike Vrabel. Got to see how it goes. But I mean, with the Cowboys, the Cowboys haven't really had that much of a season.
I would hate this honestly, just because I want to vote. I mean, not vote. Like I'm a fan of Deion. I'm a fan of his son. But I don't want them on the Cowboys. I would love if they would both be the coach,
And the
head
Giants.
coach, and the star player of the Giants. So then I could get.
That's what I'm saying,
a new
bro.
Giants
Like
jersey.
why? Like the Giants should have just, bro. They should have really.
Just lost like they were supposed
Well, yeah,
to.
but they should have just not brought back the GM and head coach. Like, look
true.
at all these other. Like, I think now
Making
they feel.
moves.
Now they, I feel like they feel dumb now
True.
They felt dumb
because look at all
last
these
year.
other coaches, all these other teams that are switching head coaches. Like
Yeah.
the Cowboys, you know what I mean? The Jags, the Patriots,
Teams are making moves
know what I
and
mean?
they're just
True.
settling.
especially the Giants GM.
The Jets.
I mean,
Jets
not GM, but owners are like,
The Jets should.
you better win now.
But
A
like,
lot of
why-
people need to win now.
I don't know why we expect anything less. I mean, they're the guys that like basically like made no move, and by making no move with Saquon made his own move of leaving.
Who? Oh, with the Giants,
the-
yeah,
yeah, the
and
Giants
then
leadership.
with the Cowboys, problem is they were supposed to get Derrick Henry because it was like Derrick Henry came to Dallas. He bought a house in Dallas. He was supposed to sign to Dallas, and then he went to Baltimore. So somewhere they dropped the ball.
How many more years you think Henry's got?
At least 3 more. As long as you stay away from the Cowboys, because the Cowboys can run you to the dirt.
Yeah, I feel
That's
like,
one thing Cowboys
I feel
do
like,
running
good
back.
right now,
I feel
though,
like
man. He looks healthy.
I feel like that's why he went with the Ravens. He's like, I could go to the Cowboys where they would literally just wear me out my last few years, or I could go at the Ravens and play sparingly and do like an equal load with Lamar and
Pretty
still
much.
get the same amount of stardom, but a much lighter wear and tear on my body.
I can see that. I could definitely see that because the way the Cowboys did the old running backs like D'Amico Murray and how they did they had a lot of running backs. Emmitt Smith, they disrespected
Who
Emmitt
just
Smith.
went to the Chargers? Their old running back.
Zeke. The way they tried
Ezekiel
Ezekiel
Elliott.
Elliott. Ezekiel Elliott did all this stuff for him. Now
He
they
sucks.
now they say he sucks. 'Cause he
They
can't
cut
do
him
anything.
twice. That's crazy to go back to a team that cut you, and then they cut you again.
And
That's
then Deontay
disrespectful.
Johnson got removed
True.
too. Got
I
waived.
really feel like the Cowboys are really just a coach, a running back, and two defensive players away.
and an owner.
They ain't gonna never
They
get
need
rid
a
of
new
Jerry
owner.
Jones. Jerry Jones says remember he's gonna give to his family and all
how
that
much
stuff.
life does he have left? Is
He
he
has
living another decade?
His family's gonna take care of it. He doesn't.
Yeah, but I mean, are they going to want to be the people making the
True.
decisions like he is, Or are they gonna like
I'm
actually
gonna
let
make a
someone
bold
else
statement.
do it?
Mike McCarthy,
Yeah,
he's going to the Bears.
the Bears. That would be hilarious. I could see the Bears making that move. But speaking of making moves,
Who making moves?
somebody almost made a move but didn't quite. Let's take a look at the big game picks leaderboard. Me and Seth are still tied, but we are one single game behind Jesse J as the playoffs
I should
round
be
down.
tied because that pick with the
You were so
That's what
close,
happened.
Seth. You were so close to being tied with the leader.
bullcrap.
But we had to go to a video review, and
I'm
the
picking
video
all
said,
y'all games. Every
Oh
game
my
y'all
God.
pick, I'm picking. Just piggybacking.
"Oh my God, you're gonna piggyback to the end of the season."
Who went what last week?
Who? What?
What was our record last week?
Me and you were both 4-2, and I think let me see.
And I was like 2 2.
Jesse was 3-3 in his picks.
Gosh, freaking! Oh God, so many games. This is crazy.
Jesse had a bad week.
It was a hard, but
Chargers sold, dude.
hopefully we bounce back this week. But moving, let's see these bets.
Yeah, so me and Seth are tied, so we're both at 2,
Mm-hmm.
and you can see. So it's anybody's game with these last few picks. We only got a couple more weeks left. But let's go to the big game bets. And Seth is killing it, absolutely killing it on top. He is, way above us. Me and Jesse aren't even above 500. I am 2 games below. And then Jesse, what's going on here?
I bet more than you. You trash.
Yeah, but you're like 5 games below
'Cause
500.
I'm betting everything. I'm betting the house. But
That's because you have it's not my fault that you have a gambling problem.
I guess so, man. It is what
Did
it
you
is.
hit on Price Picks this week?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I hit on.
Seth
I hit
is
on one.
freaking 8 games above 500.
Gosh.
And I'm 2 games below, and you're 5
See,
games
that's
below.
one thing I can do. Like I'll bet football, but
He's a
basketball, I
So what if I win all my
can't.
games? That's crazy.
We're probably not going to catch him in bets.
I probably catch them in wins, but my losses and your losses. But I bet more than y'all, so it shouldn't even count. But it is what it is.
We'll
It
get the
is what
exact
it is.
percentages and see at the end of the season who percentage points wins the big game bets. But it looks like Seth has too much of a lead that he might be the big game bet winner of
Maybe.
2025
Maybe.
it's all good.
Now it's time.
for a week or I'm sorry, game number 1.
Yes. So game number 1, Saturday
got?
at 3:30. I don't know if I'm still going to be competing at this time, but we have the Kansas City Chiefs hosting the Houston Texans. Now, the Kansas City Chiefs starters have not played since week 17?
17.
Yeah,
Yeah.
week 17, which is the week before Christmas. If I'm correct.
Mhm.
Oh, it's on Christmas, right?
Yes. Yeah, it was on
Chiefs-
Christmas.
It's been a while though. They've had
Yeah,
some
yeah.
time to
Christmas
rest.
week. Christmas week.
Christmas week. So there's some chatter that's saying that the Chiefs, are going to be a little rusty.
Mm-hmm.
But I still think they're going to get it done. I think they might start a little slow, but I think Patrick Mahomes is going to get it done.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sold on the Texans. I think that was more of the Texans defense and the
Yes.
Chargers completely not throwing, but selling.
It
and
looked
just
like
flat
they
out,
dang near
and
threw the
fla-
game.
And flat out quitting. It was more the Texans beating the Chiefs. I mean, the Chargers.
Chiefs are favored by 8.5.
Yeah, but yeah, basically like my co-host just said, the Texans. I'm surprised the Texans are here. They beat the Chargers. I mean, look at Justin. He only threw 4 picks the whole season, and then that one game throw 4 picks that one game. I mean, the defense took it all the way for the defense took it all the way for them. But I mean, this is a rematch. This game already happened. They already played this season.
Yeah.
Kansas City won 27-19. I mean, I feel like the last time they played, the only reason they lost was because CJ was throwing too many interceptions. He threw 2 picks last game.
CJ?
So, CJ.
Yeah,
CJ
I remember
Yeah.
watching. Yeah,
Yeah, he
CJ
threw
Stroud.
2 picks he threw 2 picks that last game, so that's what caused him to lose. So I feel like, I mean, if they can stop Patrick Mahomes and they can just lower the picks down just to 1 pick, I mean, I feel like they got a chance because losing 19-27, less than 10. That's less than 10 points. That's 8 points away.
And Nico Collins got hurt as well.
Yeah, Nico Collins did get hurt. Nico Collins did ball out this past game, 7 catches, 122 yards. He was eating.
I mean, not Nico Collins, Tank Dell. Sorry,
Oh,
Tank Dell.
oh, he's
it's
out-
a game
out
that
now.
Tank Dell got hurt, but Nico
Ooh.
Collins was really a non-factor.
But how you feel about Joe Mixon? Joe Mixon finally showed up.
Yeah,
that
finally,
game.
Houston,
Looked
y'all
decent.
finally realized, hey,
106.
Houston finally realized that Mixon's
heard
on
you.
the team. So, but I expect Joe Mixon to get a lot of opportunity. I would say he's probably gonna have about 60 yards this game.
For real? I don't know.
About 60.
Last time
50,
they played,
60.
he had 57. He had 57 yards last time they played for 14 touches. So I have 25 touches, 106, 14 touches.
He ain't gonna have
57.
100 yards.
Ooh, I don't mean.
He's
Yeah,
not gonna have 100 yards. He's probably gonna have about. He's not gonna average very much on the ground, but he's gonna get a lot of opportunity.
True. I feel like
I bet you he won't get more than 80 yards.
that's a lot. I don't know. We got to see who we pick.
But I got a Texans jersey on because I'm supporting the Texas team since the Steelers lost. But I honestly think the Chiefs are going to win. I mean, I don't think nothing is stopping the Swifty magic. I feel like C.J. Stroud and the Texans had a bad second half of the season. It was mediocre. It wasn't nothing great. And even their win didn't seem like them really doing it. It felt like that team just having a collapse.
True.
So I'm going to take the Chiefs, even though I'm wearing a Texans jersey.
What? I mean, horrible. Yeah. I mean, I think I'm gonna have to go with the Chiefs too, because I mean,
because you don't want to lose.
Nah, not because of that. Number one, the Chiefs aren't gonna lose their first game in the playoffs. They're gonna lose probably the next game, but not this game. And on top of that, the penalties. I feel like you can't be.
Chiefs always get the penalties on their side.
Chiefs always get the penalties on their side. This past game against the Chargers, the Texans had 8 penalties for a total of 86 yards.
Chiefs are going to the Super Bowl, man.
I mean, I don't know about that one.
Probably.
I don't know about that one. We got to see. But yeah, I'm going with the Kansas City Chiefs this game, and I'm pretty sure you're going to Kansas City Chiefs, right? How many points you think they're gonna win by? A touchdown?
Seth is going Chiefs.
Everybody going Chiefs.
I think the Chiefs will cover.
8.5. They're winning by more than 8.5.
I mean, it's. I got them straight up on the money line.
How many interceptions?
CJ Stroud's having 2 interceptions.
2 interceptions? You really think so?
Yup.
That's crazy. I don't think he's gonna do that. I mean, he threw 2 interceptions that game against the KC, but the last game he played the Chargers, he only threw 1 pick, 282 yards. So, I mean, I feel like he ain't there yet. So I feel like he's gonna lose this game. I mean, do you feel like the sophomore curse is real with CJ, because he made it this far?
Yeah, I think the sophomore slump is real, and honestly,
even though he made it this
I've been
far,
looking at is pretty much all the teams that had a home game have won in the playoffs.
That's what's looking like.
So I feel like that we might see a lot of that now. I feel that's why I'm picking the Chiefs, and I'm probably gonna pick a lot of the home teams.
Ooh. But moving on to prize picking the betting. I mean, we're gonna start from the top team, the Texans, and then we're gonna go to the Chiefs. So the Texans, what you looking at? You looking at
I'm gonna see what bets.
What?
Because I'm gonna see if I pick the Texans. Cause I already got a bet going this week. Let me see what they got for the Texans.
See what you got for the Texans. But right now, in the prize picks, they got. I
got Chiefs. My bad. I think the Chiefs are gonna cover.
Chiefs gonna cover.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, he got the Chiefs covering. I got the Chiefs
winning. You got anything for prize picks?
For prize picks for CJ, they saying you think he gonna go higher or lower? Higher or lower than 199.5 passing yards?
I'm not touching that.
Not touching that.
I'm not touching CJ. If I do, it's less pass attempts.
You taking his pass attempts?
Under.
So it's you can break it.
Under. I love Hopkins
attempts.
in this game.
So either you can go to 199.5 passing yards, or they got attempts less than 34 passing attempts this game. And I mean, the last time I think he might pass that, because last time he played Kansas City, he threw 39 times, and this past game he threw 33 times.
Though.
So it's attempts. It's not completions.
I know, but they're gonna try to run the ball this game. They're gonna have to.
You think you try to complete?
They're gonna have to run the ball this game. Time of possession.
You think so? So you go with the 16 attempts by Joe Mixon?
Yes.
16 attempts by Joe Mixon. You can either do that or everybody got the rushing yards for Joe Mixon, which is they're thinking more or less than the lowest you can go is 39.5 yards is the lowest you can go with Joe Mixon. So I mean that's like a safe thing to do. That's what I do.
Yeah, I'll go a little bit above that.
You go that?
What's the next one up?
I mean it doesn't change anything. 49.5. It really won't change anything until you get to 69 with the demon turn the red or it disappears. If it disappears, 60, then you'll get more points. But if it's green, you get 0.17 of a point. That's what they try to give you. But that's what we're going for the tech. That's what we're going. Everybody's going for the Kansas City Chiefs. Moving on to the next game here. We got the lucky Commanders going against the nasty Detroit Lions. The Commanders coming off of a win 23-20 to Tampa Bay. I mean, the Lions haven't played since week 18 when they just smacked the Vikings.
Lions will be fine, dude.
Yeah, the Lions going to be fine this game. I feel like they're going to have the same game plan they had against Sam. They'll do against Jayden Daniels, because I mean Jayden Daniels, he's nice. He throws the ball. He runs the ball.
He played really well, man. I don't know.
Really well. I mean, really well at the passing.
He can move a lot better than Sam Darnold.
He was 13 for 36 yards. That means that every time you ran the ball, you ran for 2 yards.
2 yards add up.
2 yards added.
I don't know. I mean, I
like
like Washington, but again, I'm probably gonna go with the home team. Probably going with Lions. I see Lions. I see the Commanders as up and comers, so them making the playoffs and then winning a playoff game, I feel like that's enough for a great season for them. That's enough for them to already coast off this. This game I think is going to be super competitive. Lions are favored by a high 9.5. I don't think they're going to cover that. Ooh. I feel like it's going to be a closer game than 9.5.
I don't think so at all.
I think Washington's going to is going to make this a close game, but the Lions will win. And
I feel like they're gonna shut down Terry McLaurin, because you know what I mean. This game he balled out, but somehow it always happens. He just doesn't show up.
Well, I don't know if he's gonna get shut down. I think he could get a chalked game script.
Not show up. Two catches like he did against the Eagles. That
has to do with Jayden Daniels not realizing he's on his team.
I mean, he's might not have time. I mean, he might not have time. Might be pressured. He might be pressured the whole time. I mean, honestly, I feel like the run game for the Lions is just too good. Jahmyr Gibbs is he just balling. And on top of that, the Commanders can't stop any running backs. They played the Falcons, couldn't stop Dejan 90 yards. Played the Eagles. Remember, Saquon had 150 yards the first half.
And not to mention,
even though they lost,
Montgomery's back.
Oh, that's gonna be nasty. Two-headed running back monster. I don't think. I mean, I feel like if they can just control the clock, just run the clock out, and just keep rushing. Jayden Daniels is gonna eventually start rushing, like panic and start throwing the ball. I got Jayden Daniels throwing the pick. By the fourth quarter, he's throwing at least one pick this game.
Yeah, I picked the Lions. Is that who you're going with? It sounds like who you're going with.
Yeah, we definitely going with.
Oh my God, you're all D right in.
I mean,
no, I'm just kidding.
I mean, he's a rookie. I mean, he made it this far. This is a great season for him. I can't wait to see what next year happens for Jayden Daniels and the Commanders. I mean, they are good.
I want to see if he's going to do better, because C.J. Stroud had a little bit of a sophomore slump once PJ had or people had film on C.J. So we'll see if Daniels has a solid sophomore year. So that'll be his test. But I think so far he's passed this year with flying colors, getting his team that wasn't supposed to make the playoffs in and winning a road playoff game, first player since Russell Wilson.
Now I gotta
to do that.
Now I gotta say, I mean, if the running game does magically get shut down by the Commanders, Jared Goff has to step up. Last game he played, he played the Vikings. Yeah, they won 9-31, but he threw 2 picks. He was 231. Jahmyr Gibbs had the three rushing touchdowns. He was the reason why they won, and he kept rushing in the defense. So if the defense ain't stepping up and the run game ain't done, Jared Goff has to show up. 2 interceptions. It's not gonna cut it, especially in the playoffs. It's win or go home.
Is there any prize picks for this game?
Of course, you know there's prize picks for this game. So I mean,
any good ones
for the
Monron, St. Brown's receptions, and Jahmyr Gibbs receiving.
So okay, so we got pass. Okay, we're gonna do it by categories: passing yards, rushing yards. We got passing TDs. We got receiving yards. We got field goal attempts. I really don't want to do field goal attempts because field goal attempts is tricky. They be like,
you never know what game.
No, they'll say like, 3.5 points. You be like, what's 3.5 points? It's like every time
you got to make 2.
No, basically 2. That and extra points count. So even when they score a touchdown to kick the extra point, it counts against you, which sucks. That's what doesn't make any sense. But yeah, I mean, for this one, for the passing, I mean, for the rushing, I would say they're saying that Jayden Daniels is gonna have more than 53.5 rushing yards. I want to say under.
You do under on that?
I'm doing under this game. He had 30. He had 36 yards against the Bucks. This defense is a whole nother level. It's a lot better than the Bucks. So I mean, it has to be a lot less. It has to be a lot less than that. And then when it comes to the passing yards, we'll see if for Pop.
Kodak.
You think so? You think
I'm not touching Jayden Daniels.
not anything?
Maybe touchdown passes that
Two?
demon
What about Amon? You touching his receiving yards? Or you touching his
receptions.
receptions? Amon rather than 6.5 receptions this game.
Yeah,
You
more.
gonna get that more than 6.5
He's
receptions
gonna
this game?
get like 8 or 10 minimum.
I feel like it's gonna be a run game. I feel like they're gonna run. I feel like they're gonna
Yeah,
run.
they're gonna pick on Lattimore.
Yeah, I feel like they definitely gonna pick on Lattimore. I mean, with Gibbs, 84.5 rushing yards this game. David Montgomery 45.5 rushing yards. Yeah, that's scary. I ain't touching none of that. But I mean, y'all pick countdown. Y'all.
I think the reason why it's so low because they don't know how much Montgomery's gonna play.
True. That's why I like to wait when you.
I might flex that
When you
play.
do the prize pick, I like to wait like the first 2 minutes of the first quarter,
Yeah.
so I
And
can
then do
get
the
a
live
feel
bets,
and do the live
Like
bets
right now.
and see exactly like get a feel for it because you just never know. You never know. But
Yeah, sometimes you don't know until you see the beginning of the game how the game's gonna kind of be played.
Exactly. But we do know what's coming up next, and y'all love it. Y'all stay talking about it. We got Seth's winners and losers.
Yes, my winners and losers
Ooh.
of Wild Card Weekend. And first, I'm going to say the Los Angeles Chargers losing to the Houston Texans
Mm-hmm.
as a
Pitiful.
favorite on the road, 12-32. Will Dissly dropped 2 passes that turned into picks. Justin Herbert also playing. We had like 4 interceptions.
Yeah.
The defense gave up in the second half as well. I mean, just a
Definitely.
pathetic performance. Now, the Chargers are going to make the playoffs. If I was the Chargers, what I would do is I would, for one, cut Will Dissly or find a way to trade him. He's a bum.
Yes.
J.K. Dobbins just sucks.
Dang.
I mean, the guy's banned. I
He
mean,
is.
you pick his over, he goes under. You pick his under, he goes over. Dude's just consistently inconsistent. He sucks.
He does.
Quentin Johnson just clearly hasn't worked out. So if I was the Chargers, I would probably trade him to a team that has a higher draft pick.
Mm-hmm.
Team like Jacksonville, New England that could use another receiver, even
True.
though they're going to probably spend the bag on one in free agency or draft one in the draft as well. But I would try to trade him to a team that has a higher draft position in the later rounds. So therefore I can find someone to replace him. Herbert, just choked, man. I was very
Choked.
disappointed in him. I mean, yeah, he does need a run game and another receiver, but he shouldn't have lost that game. So I'm very disappointed in the Chargers. Very,
Definitely.
very disappointed. This is a loss that's gonna stick with them for a very, very long time.
I got
And yeah, next Pittsburgh. Go ahead.
Before you crap on my team, I got a loser. Baker Mayfield. How did you choke the game away with the butt fumble?
Horrible.
I mean, what was that? I mean, that was pure garbage. And yeah, Steelers, you didn't show up. Continue with your hate.
No, I was just gonna say Pittsburgh Steelers losing 5 straight.
Oh my God.
Russell Wilson, even though he threw for 270 yards, he was also sacked. Let me see how many times he was sacked. He was also sacked 4 times. Defense gave up a total of 4 touchdowns, 2 in the air,
But
2 on the ground to Derrick Henry.
the Ravens did what I said. I said that every time that Lamar Jackson tries to prove that he's a passer and he throws more than he runs, they lose a playoff game. And what did they do?
Lost a playoff
They
game.
just the Ravens won because they just ran. They just ran it down the Steelers' throat. And I feel like if they keep that game plan against most of these teams, if they can do that against the Steelers, they should be able to do that against every team in the playoffs. So as
True.
long as they make Lamar throw in just select situations where it's easy throws and make him just do a majority of the running, because I think Lamar Jackson's more running back than quarterback, that they'll be more
What's
successful.
your
But
beef with Lamar?
well, he just beat my team
True.
No, but even before, like he just always hated Lamar.
'Cause he
because he's on the Ravens.
He's on the Ravens.
Sir, we beef with them
Shooter.
for life. So it stung to lose against the Ravens. I mean, honestly, we weren't even supposed to be here. We were picked to be last in our division. We ended up second, even though we were winning with most of the year. But we did have a collapse at the end with
No
our
way,
schedule
the
and the way that it
Browns
went
should have been
and our
picked
injuries.
last. They're way better than the Browns, even at the beginning of the year.
I mean, the Bengals even messed up just like we did. The Bengals would have had their stuff together, but they were also dealing with injuries in one stretch. Theirs was more at the early of the season where we had all our injuries at the end of the season, where they came back and were a little bit too little too late, where it looked like Kansas City threw that game to keep them out of the playoffs.
Yeah, I agree.
So I think the Bengals will be back next year. I mean, the Steelers got us some major moves because I don't know if the Bengals are going to have that fluke. The Browns are going to be the Browns.
Because the Bengals would have beat the Texans.
Yeah.
They deserve to be there way more than the
Bengals
Chargers.
definitely beat the Texans. Yep, I can see that.
Yeah.
And then loser, Vikings, pathetic performance. Sam Darnold was 25 out of 40. 1 touchdown.
Running for his life.
1 interception, sacked 9 times.
It's a line.
He lost himself out of a lot of money as well.
Oh,
I
yeah.
hope my Giants don't sign him.
Sorry to interrupt. I saw a meme where it was like Sam Darnold's agent after his playoff performance, and it showed him like a guy preparing to drown himself in a bathtub. Because like your agent gets like a percentage.
Yes.
So if like Sam Darnold's getting over $100 million, like you're getting a lot of money. So if you're going from that deal to like a $20 million deal,
I just really
less.
hope Gavin and Jay, my Giants, don't sign him. I just
you're
really
getting
hope
that
they don't.
Sammy D.
Ooh, now you think of that Jason.
Hey,
Jason
what if do you think the Cowboys will trade with the Giants?
Oh, yeah, Jason Dax from Ole Miss.
No, what if Dak?
No.
The Cowboys think that Shedeur will still be there at the Giants pick, and they trade up. What if they give you Dak and their first or second round pick
tell them
and
to fuck
something
off.
else?
Nah.
Oh my God!
Next,
You don't want Dak Prescott to be your man?
Next.
You don't get that
Next,
quarterback Dax from Ole Miss.
I got the Philadelphia Eagles. I mean, Jalen Hurts had a good game. 13 for 21, 131 yards, 2 touchdowns, QBR of 111.4. Saquon Barkley, 25 carries for 119 rushing yards. I mean, boy,
It's
is
the whole
balling.
team.
Goddard got an end zone. Doxson got an end zone. Hopefully the next game they can unleash A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith can, get in the end zone as well. He had an all right game. Next, I'm going to go with the Commanders.
Commandos.
I mean, the Commanders are not the Commandos no more. Jayden Daniels,
Stepping up.
He had QBR of 110.2. 24 for 35.
Ooh, okay.
268 yards passing, 2 touchdowns.
2 tutties.
Only sacked only 1 time. Terry McLaurin had a good game as well. I mean, McLaurin is him.
Timothy.
When
Brown,
the show up.
touchdown as well. I mean, I'm just really impressed from what I'm seeing with Jayden Daniels. He's just taking over. I just low-key sick, dude. Another player the Giants could have had, dude. But they just won meaningless games.
For no reason.
But
no reason.
You wouldn't have Malik Neighbors, though, if you would have got Jayden Daniels. You would have had no one to throw it to.
You could have found
He
somebody.
could have thrown it to himself. That's how
Think so?
good he is.
You could have found somebody. You could have found a wide receiver.
Neighbors ain't generational.
Stop it. You would love Neighbors on the Eagles, would Kurt?
Of course.
Yeah, he's him. Last but not least, I'm gonna go with the Rams. I mean, sacked Sam Darnold 9 times.
But
Defense is good.
Had a touchdown
good.
as well. Now, unfortunately, it's gonna come to an end this weekend, though.
You
But
think so?
yeah, those are my winners and losers, guys. Of Wild Card
Ooh.
Weekend.
There you have it. Self winners and losers. And make sure y'all sign up for Prize Picks.
Yes.
The QR code is in the beginning of the episode. Pause it, scroll back, look at it, scan the QR code. But moving on to the rest of the show. Now it's time. The stage is set. Eagles versus Rams.
Kodak Coughlin,
another-
Philadelphia Eagles.
Another rematch. It's another rematch. Last time we played earlier this season, we spanked them 37-20. So, I mean, this is going to be another amazing game. I really feel like this is going to be the same as last time. I mean, I feel like injuries are slowly going to start creeping back up on the Rams. That was one of the biggest problems they were having at the beginning of the season. I feel like towards the end, it's going to creep back up in
Do you smell that?
it's like a bet.
Smell like an upset, baby.
Really?
Smell
Okay.
like the Rams are gonna come in because you know why?
Gavin.
You know what the
I'm getting
NFL
on
loves
this.
more than anything else?
What?
The NFL loves a storyline.
Uh-huh.
And when your hometown is on fire, whenever there's a hurricane that destroyed your city, whenever a plane attacked your city, who wins the Super Bowl that year? Someone's city that was attacked were on fire.
And it's
The
not
LA
gonna
Ra-
be the Rams.
The Rams are going to be the Cinderella story to win the hearts of all the LA natives after their homes burned down.
I'm getting
They're
in on
going to
this.
bring them a championship.
I will bet you dinner on this one.
Ooh.
Let's do it.
get on
Rams.
Bet.
2 dinners.
Nah, we better Red Bull.
All right.
Better Red Bull. I mean, yeah, so this game, last time they played,
You don't want a free birthday meal, Kodak?
Nah, I mean I can't eat that many birthday meals. Last time they played, they sacked Matthew Stafford Eagles sacked Matthew Stafford 5 times. I mean, they can't. I don't feel like the Rams have a chance. The run defense is still trash for the Rams. They still can't stop anybody. I mean, we just played the Vikings. We just ran 119 yards against the Vikings. And the last time we played the Rams, it was Saquon had 255 yards last time they played the Rams.
And that was in their house.
And that was in there.
They got the LA
And then let's be
fire
honest,
in
though,
their belly.
I was not, and think about
Uh-huh.
it. I mean, Puka Nakua was not utilized very well last night. He didn't have a great game.
5 for 44. I mean, but
Cooper Kupp either.
1 for
Hey,
29.
I tell you what. Out
That's
of
not going to cut it.
it's not.
Out of all the home teams, there's always one that loses. The Chiefs ain't losing. The Lions
The
ain't
Bills are
losing.
losing.
The Bills ain't losing.
The Bills is losing.
The Eagles is the
The
team
Bills
that I
have a
pick
higher
are gonna
chance
lose.
of losing to the Ravens than the Rams do beating the Eagles.
No,
I'm sorry,
we
Gavin.
don't believe in Lamar.
I mean, hey, Cole's better on it, but yeah, I mean, you got Tyler Higsby. I mean, like he's not gonna save you on the Rams. They need a lot more. They need a lot more wide receiver help to help them in this. I really feel like if you
They're gonna
Stop Kyren Williams.
Yeah, they're gonna stop Kyren Williams.
stop Kyren Williams and stop Puka. I mean, that's all they really have because, like McCole said,
Puka
Cooper Kupp.
is going
And then also
for
Matthew
3
Stafford.
tutties.
Uh-huh.
Matthew Stafford, I wasn't impressed by his performance yesterday.
Ooh, for real?
I just think it was more about the Rams.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Rams defense, and then Sam Donald
The
sucks.
Rams are putting the Eagles D in the dirt.
Nah,
You
I
heard
feel
it
like
here
this-
first.
All right.
I feel like-
D's are getting put in the dirt. They're extinguishing the fires. They're extinguishing the Eagles. Let's go.
I'm telling you, AJ Brown's finna go off, especially after everybody's talking all that ish. Like, oh yeah, he's reading books on the sidelines, and he had 1 catch for 10 yards that game. He's finna show out this game.
He's
I
going
feel
to
like
show out with a fumble.
I feel like the Rams gonna be too focused on trying to stop Saquon, and then that's when the Eagles are gonna hit you with the
Kodak
wide
Cough.
They
game.
got that fire in the belly.
Tell him who's gonna win, Kodak.
Eagles,
The
baby.
Eagles are the one home team that's going to lose
What's your
this
score,
week.
Kodak?
Oh, Eagles win by 13.
You gonna bet on the spread?
Of
Shooter?
course. Nah. What's the spread?
Eagles 6,
Nah. I ain't gonna bet on that.
favored by 6.
Oh, I got the Eagles -6.
Ooh. Okay. But nah, I ain't gonna bet on that. I'm gonna keep it where it is.
The
You know
Eagles
what
are
I'm
winning
saying?
by at least 10 points.
So I need you to lose this one, and then I guess it's all coming up to the next game. It's all shaping up right. I need y'all to comment down below who y'all
I got a
got this
feeling.
game,
I
Eagles
got a feeling.
Eagles or the Rams. But let's go to prize picks because we got to talk about the prize picks before we move on. We got to get your money right. It's only right we put money in your pockets. So for this game here, we're going for the Eagles versus Rams.
I haven't really looked.
They have no populars for this game. That's crazy. But I mean, for passing, I definitely know Jalen Hurts is not doing that. Jalen Hurts throwing for
Jalen Hurts is going to choke.
203.5.
He's going to get sacked 4 times and throw at least 1 pick.
They said the lowest Saquon gonna get is 100. Lowest Saquon gonna get is 89.5 rushing yards.
Saquon's getting depleted this game.
I doubt that. Kyren Williams, the lowest Kyren Williams you can score. The lowest you can score Kyren Williams for is 59.5. That's a Green Goblin. I mean, I really honestly feel like y'all definitely, if anything, you definitely got to go for
I feel like you
receptions.
forget how much the NFL
5 receptions.
loves the
AJ Brown take
storyline.
it. I don't care about that story. I'm telling you,
They're pushing him on another week. They're pushing him on another week because Jalen Hurts and Saquon are still young. They can be there next year. They could be right there next year. They're having them lose this game. The LA Rams are going to get pushed on by hook or crook. You heard it here. The LA Rams are getting the Kansas City Chiefs treatment versus the Eagles.
Ooh, Cole said he bold with it. All right. Okay, say it with your chest, Jen. Say it with your chest.
I'm telling you, man, anytime there's a natural disaster, an attack on your city's damn near guaranteed a trip to the Super Bowl at least.
Did the Saints win with Katrina happen?
Yes.
Damn. It's crazy. Moving on to the...
Because the Saints weren't that good and they won the Super Bowl. We later found out they cheated and they got punished for it.
That's when they played the Vikings?
In the Super Bowl?
That's when they played. Was that?
I forget who they played in the Super Bowl.
Was that when they cheated against Brett Favre and
Kurt Warner?
Oh yeah, I remember the Kurt Warner. Yeah, I remember that. The Cardinals.
But let's go to the game number 4.
Game everybody want to know, the battle for the MVP.
Will be 5:30 on. Well, actually, 5:30 on Sunday.
That's early. We're gonna watch for the rest of the day.
All right. The Baltimore Ravens versus the Buffalo Bills. Number 3, number 2 seed. This game
it could be a nasty
one. The Bills are a 1-point dog at home. This game, I got a lot of money on the Bills.
Ooh, for real?
I love the sweat.
I mean, it's a rematch. I mean, they played already. The Bills got spanked 10-35.
That's why it's gonna be. They're ready for the rematch.
I got Bills on the revenge. I got Bills on the money line.
I got Bills.
I don't know. I mean, y'all both got Bills.
I put 150 on this game.
Seth, you got Bills too?
You hear me? 3-man parlay.
On 150. Oh, 3.
I got the Chiefs, Lions, and the Bills. I put 150 to win 260.
Oh, he big balling. He big betting over there. Nah, but
so you're betting on the Bills? All right, I'm gonna write you down, Seth.
All right. So
I got Marab Davalishvili in one of my parlays.
So Jesse, are you gonna live life on the wild side and possibly lose your throne? Are you gonna go with the group consensus on the Bills?
No, I'm gonna beat you.
Or are you gonna jump out on the island and go Baltimore? I want to know what you're doing on this.
I'm going Baltimore this game. Y'all tripping. I feel like long as Lamar Jackson keeps his ego
Bills
intact.
Bills are home, dude. Josh Allen wants this game. He
Josh
needs it
Allen
more.
is finna get smashed. All they got is Josh Allen.
Margarita.
On team.
But everyone stepped up though for the Bills.
Nah.
Everyone's stepping up, and the defense. All right, okay, cool, bet.
I mean, I give you that. Everybody is stepping up, but at the same time, you got to think about it. When they played the Broncos, they just beat the Broncos 31-7. James Cook had 23 attempts for 120 yards.
What do y'all bet? Y'all bet Chipotle?
What's the odds do you really think James Cook gonna do it again? Last time he played,
I think he's gonna at least get 60.
We can bet on that. We bet.
He's gonna get 60 yards.
60 yards what? Total?
60 yards.
Total?
Rushing yards. 60 rushing yards and a touchdown.
Bet.
Who?
He said James Cook can get 60 yards.
James Cook?
Yes, the running back.
Or it's gonna be one of those things where he's gonna get at least 2 tutties.
What does he have to get?
60 yards.
60 rushing yards and a touchdown.
Bet.
60.
If I'm wrong,
a rushing touchdown or pass? It's a touchdown. It's a touchdown.
Yeah, just a touchdown.
Just a touchdown. Now, I mean, it's because last time they played, he had 16 attempts for 29 rushing yards. He is not good at all.
He's gonna eat.
And so, who wants this to happen? To go above that? To get at least that? Seth wants this.
Seth wants that to happen.
He's gonna eat. James Cook, dude, watch.
No, he is not going. He is not that
Bills
guy.
Bills are gonna play pissed.
I'm telling you, James Cook is not that guy. Josh Allen is the whole team. He has to run. He's gonna have to run the ball, pass the ball, do everything. Even Josh Allen can't even run.
But they've been stepping up though.
It's still the same. It's still the same thing. You're gonna see this defense, and they're gonna smack you.
The Bills' defense is better than what you think too, though.
You think they're gonna stop Derrick Henry?
Oh, what did y'all bet?
I mean, Derrick Henry is gonna get Derrick Henry, but I can see them making Lamar uncomfortable.
I can see that because I mean the wide receivers for the wide receivers.
Derrick Henry is gonna be Derrick Henry, but I can see
Isaiah Likely and Mark.
Making.
Yeah. I don't really care for the Bills wide receivers. I don't really care for like Curtis Samuels and
they're gonna do what they need to do. Trust me.
And
they got Kincaid.
Amari Cooper needs to get cut.
Hey, what did y'all bet on that? The James Cook bet?
Yeah, the James Cook right there. Yeah.
Well, yeah, but what did y'all bet? Bet, but what did y'all bet for?
Appetizer. I don't know, something. Food.
So the only games that me and Kodak bet
is this
game, and then me and you, Gavin, we bet on the Rams and Eagles.
Yeah, and I bet you Rams and Eagles too. Yeah.
Those are the 2 games.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because we already went with the Lions. I mean, unless you want to go like player props.
I bet you Baltimore and Bills.
Mm-hmm.
And then
I bet Seth on the Eagles. Eagles Rams. You didn't bet me on this.
Which one? On the Eagles Rams?
Yeah.
I bet you were right. I did bet you Eagles Rams. I should go. Oh yeah, I should go. We should go on it too. We both shook on it.
You want to do the points or straight up?
Nah, I ain't do no points.
Oh, come on, Kodak.
Oh, for the other two games, for the Washington and Lions games, or the
Yeah, Washington and Lions game.
What'd you say? How many points?
The spread is 9, right?
9.5.
Yeah. That's the spread, right, Gavin?
What?
For the Lions Commanders.
9.5.
And then the
Lions are favored by 9.5.
And then Texans and Chiefs is 8.5.
So I got the Chiefs going over that. The Lions, I don't think they cover, but I think they win.
I think you got a better chance being the other way around, but we gonna see. I don't know. I mean,
we bet McDonald's here.
All right, cool. Whatever, don't matter. We could definitely bet. We could definitely bet that.
Chicken
Before I'm tripping. Before we move on, we got to check on the prize picks for this game, man.
Josh Allen rushing attempts.
Josh Allen rushing.
No, passing touchdowns.
Passing touchdowns.
Over 1.5.
You think so? You think you have that 1.5? Yeah.
And then
You think you're gonna do that? 1.5 passing touchdowns this game?
yeah.
Oh, you think it's gonna be a blowout?
I
game?
like no, it's gonna be
A competitive.
it's gonna at least like
How many points total?
40.
40 points total? 42? Okay. All right, I see that. But yeah, I mean, with this game, I'm definitely taking Lamar Jackson's rushing 39.5.
Oh, above that.
That's his lowest, right?
That's his lowest, yeah.
What's it go up to? What's the red
I would
demon?
take Lamar's under on passing
The
attempts.
red demon
Passing
starts at 59.5.
Can you do a double red demon?
Nah,
Wasn't
you can
it
do
79?
more than one red demon. Just gotta be different players.
it's 59.5.
And then 69 and then 79.
0.5.
Do above that. Do above 80.
He's gonna get 80.
Super duper red demon.
There's nothing gonna happen. It's gonna be the same thing.
I like his under passing attempts.
Oh yeah. Oh, what's his passing? I mean, he got to be.
28.
Oh yeah, under that because
yeah,
he doesn't really throw the
I
ball
got
that
faith
much.
in you, Josh Allen. Don't let me down.
Oh,
Derrick Henry's
So that
rushing
way we
yards
could crap
free.
on Steve when they lose.
definitely free. Derrick Henry's rushing yards is
Steve.
free. Y'all
Oh,
He loves the Ravens.
comment down below who y'all got winning this game. You got the Ravens and you got the Bills, and who's gonna be winning the MVP? You know the MVP race still going on.
Yeah, this game's gonna
Decide it.
for the MVP.
This was for the MVP, and then once again, you already know
Final thoughts?
the final thoughts of the.
Divisional round slate.
This is gonna be amazing. I love the playoffs. This is when football really counts. I feel like the Eagles gonna go to the Super Bowl.
Let's go quickly through it. We got everyone picking the Chiefs versus
Chiefs.
the Texans. And
Lions.
So, yeah, everyone's picking the Lions. Everyone's picking Lions over Washington. Then Eagles. My
got
co-hosts are both picking the Eagles, but I am the lone wolf. L.A. Rams, stand up.
And then Kodak's a lone wolf in the
With Baltimore.
Bengals. The Baltimore and Bills.
Yep. So
Definitely.
me and Seth with the Bills, Jesse with Baltimore. We'll see if Lamar Jackson's really about it. Because a lot of people were saying, I saw someone in the comment section in one of the NFL things saying, does this prove that Lamar Jackson can win in the playoffs? And they're like, no, winning in the wild card round doesn't give you props like in your playoff record. You still mess up in the playoffs all the time. So no, he's got to at least get to a Super Bowl.
Okay,
Really win. I mean, he's really to the point. If he doesn't at least start competing for a Super Bowl, get to a Super Bowl, and win one,
MVP
he's gonna
nothing.
start. He's gonna start falling off.
It doesn't matter how
He's
many
gonna look
MVP.
like a Westbrook.
Doesn't matter how many MVPs you get. Yeah, I feel the same way. He needs to definitely make it to the. He definitely needs to make it to the Super Bowl. Man, Eagles versus Ravens, the battle of the birds. I like that.
The bird bat. No, it's not how it's going.
It's definitely how it's
That
going.
means I lost both
Kodak
of those games.
Coughlin. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in. Make sure to go to the App Store,
Yes.
Prize Picks, use promo code PRAWWPQJ4. This is this week's slate. It's been a pleasure. This weekend at the George Gervin Center, 9 a.m., your boy's doing his first jiu-jitsu tournament.
Make sure y'all be there. Be square. But hey, man, thank y'all for watching once again another episode of football. Y'all been watching over 800 views last week on all the clips and the podcast in total. Even the podcast did over 100. A lot of the football podcasts doing over 100 views.
Yeah, thanks for getting our football show off the ground. We're gonna keep bringing it to you every week. And
They said they want to stop the show, but we said no.
No.
It's gonna keep going.
No matter how many views, likes we got, we're gonna
They
keep
gonna
doing
love
it
it.
over and over and over.
And we're gonna get more and more.
We don't
views.
care about what y'all say.
We're
You
gonna
know,
get
we do this
1,000
because
views
we
on
love
this next year. I feel like we're gonna start getting 7, 8, 900 views on the football by itself.
Each episode.
Each episode, because some of the clips of the football gets 1,000 views.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I gotta stop being clip whores. Y'all only like watching clips. You need to make sure you watch the full show. Tales from the Crib, football podcast, also Tale from the Crib, weekly podcast with me and Jesse J with current events
And also
and
Tales from
basketball.
the Court coming soon.
Maybe Tales from the Court will come for around the playoff times.
Ooh.
Seth, if you have time, you can hop on Tales from the Court.
Yeah, definitely.
But we also got our other
Tales from
channels. You know, the clip, the gaming channel. Check out TFTC Gaming. I just dropped a video, and then we got Crib Reactions. Get us to 15,000 subs on our music reaction channel over there. Seth, you got to pop up for a music reaction.
Ooh.
You ain't been one on one.
No,
in a minute.
I will. It's just hard because after football season, Tuesdays I'm gonna be doing no-gi.
Yeah, but
So-
now then we'll have more time.
Maybe on the weekends or something I'll be able to.
Definitely
We'll
have-
get Seth on some more content. But check
Yes,
out
definitely.
Seth's channel, Real Good _ Doty, and the other channels.
Make sure to follow me on Instagram as
Yep.
well, Real Good _ Doty as well.
Let's go Eagles. You already know, man. Kodak Coughlin, we signing out, man. Thank y'all for watching once again. See ya.
Chico Grande, Chico 2 times, Shooter McGavin, baby.
And UFC 311 as well. Arman Ashukian versus Islam Makhachev main event. Tune in as well, guys. I love y'all.
TFTC
See y'all
from the
next week.
Octagon.
Peace. TFTC Octagon.
Ooh.
Comment down below if that's what you want.
They want it.
Thanks for watching. We will see y'all next week.